You should get vaccines, you shouldn't get vaccines, you should be married by now, and is your job, it's not even real, you're making fake internet money, that's not even reliable. Holidays can be challenging times for anybody, but especially when it comes to conversations with our family and our siblings and our parents who have different perspectives, different views, and especially at the moment in the world when there's such polarizing perspectives about the pandemic, politics, and all kinds of different things. The first piece of advice is a little bit backwards than something I would usually say, which is to actually expect them, whoever it is, whether it's one person or different people, to be how they have always shown them to be, right? Expect them to argue and to fight and to have strong opinions and to disagree. That way, you're not setting yourself up for disappointment. Normally I would say expect positive results out of things, but in this case, I think it would be kinder to yourself not to pretend like, oh, maybe this year it'll be different. Then you can actually prepare yourself to not take what's happening personally and to go in feeling prepared. When someone is sharing an opinion with you, it's just their opinion, and it says more about them than what they're actually talking about. You should get vaccines, you shouldn't get vaccines, or they have opinions about you personally. You should be married by now, and what is your job? It's not even real. You're making fake internet money. That's not even reliable. Whatever their opinions are, it's just showing you the paradigm that they are living in. And it doesn't actually have anything to do with your reality. Their opinions are their opinions. It does not have to be your reality. Now this gets tricky with family because they know us, they've known us probably the longest, right? And they know our soft spots, our weak spots, and they know the things that we care about and the things that we are more insecure about. What I would recommend is when someone's sharing an opinion that you don't agree with, what if you were to be curious about it? What if you were to ask questions and actually try to find something new about what they're saying or just about them? Like really just be curious, because sometimes when we disagree with somebody, we immediately want to tune them out. Or we're like, oh, we've had this conversation before, I don't want to talk about this, you know? I don't want to talk about my relationships, whatever. But what if you just had the intention to actually learn something new about what the other person is saying? By asking questions and being curious, it doesn't at all mean you have to take it on or agree with them. Not at all. But it could be an opportunity both for you to possibly maybe learn something new, whether it's about them or just in general about a different perspective. And it's an opportunity for the other person to feel heard. And usually when people feel heard, it's easier for them to listen. When I was growing up, holidays were so weird. Like when I was really young, it was cool, but as I became around 10 years old, it started to get really awkward. You know, there was these conversations going on behind the background, like this person couldn't come, or these people would be talking about this person, and everyone had so many opinions of each other. I don't know, I just grew up not liking holidays. And then as I grew older and you know, as a young adult, I didn't really spend the holidays with my family, with my mom, with my brother. It never really happened for years. And one of the main reasons was because I would constantly get triggered. It would be so emotional. There would be these high expectations of it being, you know, a beautiful experience. And then the reality of it was that there would be arguments, there would be emotions, and it would be not fun. So for many years, I missed out on this opportunity to connect with my family because I wasn't strong within myself. I wasn't secure within myself. And I was easily swayed by the emotions that everyone was going through. So what I learned is that when I got triggered, it was actually an opportunity for me to go inside and understand why I was able to be swayed so easily. And There's this famous quote by Ram Dass, which is, if you think you're enlightened, go spend a weekend with your family, which is brilliant because they really are our greatest teachers. They certainly can be if we see these moments of being triggered as opportunities to do our own work and to see that we only get triggered in an area where we actually don't have a strong opinion for ourselves in that specific area. So for example, if your mom's always bothering you about getting married and finding a partner so that you can have a baby because you're getting older, I have friends who actually tell me about this, then, you know, if you don't have a strong opinion for yourself in that area, you're gonna feel like, oh my gosh, is it true? And maybe not immediately will you notice that, but it will bother you that she always talks about that. But it won't bother you if you know you're good. Before you can create a strong opinion for yourself in any specific area, you have to uncover the beliefs that you have in your subconscious mind that are working against you. So you can see in this case with the, you know, if your mom bothers you about, you know, having a baby and getting married and whatever, then it's showing you that there's a spot because you're getting triggered. That's an opportunity. It's showing you where there's something in your subconscious that's getting in the way, that's making you weaker, that's making you triggered. You know, like you can't have a baby when you're in your 40s, or, you know, it's harder to find a partner as the years go on, or, you know, there's all these different things that have to exist in your subconscious in order for you to be triggered by your mom's comments on that. And I actually know, I have so many friends and clients who are in their 40s who have beautiful, healthy babies that it's just amazing. And I find people are having children later and later in life, and it's normal. And what do you think is going to be the reality of your dating life if you have this unconscious pattern of having this pressure to have a baby and get married? And maybe that's not even what you want, but because you haven't declared that it's what you want or that it's what you don't want, you don't have an opinion one way or another for yourself. You just use your mom's opinion or the culture's opinion or somebody else's opinion. So you have to get clear with yourself about who you are and what you want. You have to make a new choice about who you are, and it's 100% your responsibility. From this perspective, the people who trigger us the most, whether it's our family or our partners, our boss, whatever it is, could be perceived as quite a gift because they're showing us where we're not even clear with ourselves about who we are. And in my experience, that is the most fulfilling and satisfying experience, is every time I get an opportunity to know who I am and who I'm choosing to be in any moment, and to define that for myself and create that in myself and be in the world as a creative being rather than as someone who's just like reacting to the stuff that's happening. And it's easier than you think. I have tons of videos on this channel about how to change your story, so subscribe and hit the notification button so that you're notified every time I post a video. And I have a really powerful heart-centered meditation to help you stay centered in who you are and to decide the energy that you want to live in, like a thought bubble that you get to carry around with yourself, so that when you go to, you know, holiday dinners or you're in the room with your family, you can be strong in who you are and emit your essence. So being in your heart allows you to be present with your family, with your loved ones, regardless of what drama they're trying to stir up. This has been one of the most powerful life lessons for me because I'm now able to be with my family no matter what's going on, no matter who's upset about what or who has strong opinions about what, no matter what buttons are being pushed. It has been the most incredible gift to be able to be solid in who I am and in my heart and in my intention, just to love and connect them where they're at without trying to change them, without trying to get them to see my perspective. I can actually enjoy them even if we're disagreeing on something. So I really hope that you found this video helpful. If you have any questions, let me know in the comments below. I'd love to hear from you. I hope you have beautiful holidays and get to enjoy time with your family and really get to see past the fears and the stories and the paradigms that people are living in, and just notice how really all we want at the core of our being is just to really connect with one another. So you can be the source of that, you can be the joy of that. You are powerful beyond measure. Use that power, know that you are loved, and thank you so much for being part of this channel.